Welcome back to a welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're gonna be reviewing a little movie that I just saw not too long ago called Prodigy. Now, if you do enjoy the video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up and comment below. Have you seen Prodigy? Now, Prodigy is a I really won't call it a supernatural film. I will put it in like the suspense thriller category of horror. So essentially, there's this family. They have this kid named Miles. He's born and he knows something is wrong with him right off the bat. Like it doesn't. Like it's very. I love how they do the pacing. That's one thing I love about this film because the pacing. The pacing is unique. I'm not going into spoilers. Let me know in the comments below. Would you like to see a spoiler review? I would love to do a spoiler review because y'all know how I love to talk a lot. Like a lot. I love to talk a lot. But back to the non-spoiler review, which if y'all don't comment that y'all want a spoiler review, I'm going to just make it anyway because I think it'll be fun. But back to the video. Um, the film starts out with this guy, and it's not a spoiler. This starts out with this guy in a shed, and you think to yourself, where's this going? Like you trying to figure out in your head where is this going because it shows this man in the field and this girl with no hand, and you're trying to connect the two, and you're going. And to me, like I've not seen a horror movie that starts out the film with a twist. Like soon as I saw the title come on the screen, I got it. I got it. And this is a very original horror film. This is a very original horror film. This is a very original movie in general. I don't know how many people are going to like this film, which is sad. Um, and I don't, the thing about it is I've not heard a lot of people talk about this film, which which is crazy. This is a very fun movie and it's very scary. Like nothing scares me. Well, when a film makes me jump, it did something right because you can't scare me. You can't scare me with a movie. So that said something when there were scenes that made me jump. That's something to applaud this film for doing. It doesn't have cheap jump scares. The jump scares that they have go with the film. They play out through the plot. They're not just thrown in your face. And and by the way, the people who made Prodigy, well, the company is the same company who's making the Child's Play um, remake. And just seeing this Prodigy movie, the things they did in this makes me go, what they're going to do with the Child's Play remake. Because I was not expecting some of the things that they did with Miles and the things he said, because they went no holds bars. They went far as they could in this film, and I loved it. Like the mom, not going into spoilers, but you see Miles in the field, and it's a very there's so many good intense scenes. Prodigy is already my favorite horror movie of 2019. And it's so funny because Prodigy comes out in February, where y'all know what I'm talking about, where like January, February is those iffy months for horror movies, and Prodigy just seems like a May, June, August, November type of horror movie. You would not expect it to come out in February, and that's just crazy because how good it was. And I feel like it's we brushed, this movie is we brushed under the rug, and it's kind of sad that it kind of might be brushed under the rug, or it might pick up when it's released on Blu-ray. Um, I don't know, but Prodigy, I really enjoyed it. Like the score in this, I really loved the score in this. It was a very subtle score, but once you heard the score, you'd be like, I like that. And the way they filmed this, the cinematography, and the attention and the realism that they had in this, and it just fitted well. And I like how they did what they did. It wasn't a demon. It wasn't, oh, he just has some type of mental problem in his head and makes him snap. We've seen all that before. This does something original. And I love that they went in original direction with their own tone, with their um, just, you know, originality. And I feel like kicking off with one of the best horror movies, one of the best films I've seen in 2019 with originality, that's kind of hard to do nowadays. And with all the remakes, with all the sequels, this was a breath of fresh air for me because again, especially with all the horror sequels and the remakes, just remakes in general. Nothing against remakes, so I know I do love me some good remakes. I'm just saying, this was a breath of fresh air, like something original. And it's crazy because again, this is the company that's remaking Chucky. It's a MGM company. I'm probably gonna butcher the name, so I'm not gonna say the name, but y'all know the company I'm talking about. They're behind the Chucky remake, and I can't wait to see what they do with this Chucky remake. This Prodigy movie gave me more hype for the Chucky remake because the things they did in this Prodigy movie, it just blew me away. And again, the cinematography, the acting, the simplicity of it. And I think that's where some horror movies nowadays get wrong. Is just some horror movies just throw everything in your face, and they leave nothing to the imagination. And with Prodigy does everything. It executes everything about a horror movie, everything about a slasher movie, everything about a thriller, and even a drama, and puts them all into one and gives you the dopest, the raddest movie of 2019. And I'm telling you, don't sleep on Prodigy because it's one of my favorite movies of 2019 right now. One of my favorite horror movies of 2019. And um, yeah, 2019 is gonna be a good year for movies, that's for sure. So Prodigy, I have to give it a 10 out of 10. Like legit, I want to go back to the theaters just to see this movie again. That's how much I love it, just because the originality and the simplicity and the score, everything about this film sells it for me, like it does, and it's a breath of fresh air. Like y'all know what I'm talking about. We haven't had a film, at least I haven't seen a film that's just a breath of fresh air that's shot very well, acted very well. I don't know the budget on this, but it doesn't look like they did a very big budget on this, which they didn't need to. Um, but if they didn't do a big budget, it shows that you don't need to have a big budget to do a horror film. And I don't know the kid's name. I should have looked it up before I did the video. But the kid who plays Miles, great kid actor. He's a great kid actor, and so that's something you don't see in horror movies, and you don't see that a lot in horror movies nowadays, where it's just one good kid actor, not just a group, but one good kid actor in a horror movie. You don't get that a lot nowadays. And Prodigy, love everything about this film. Have to give it a 10 out of 10. Would love to see it again. If y'all really want me to make a spoiler review, let me know in the comments below. It's a win-win. I get to make a video about a movie I really love and get to talk about it more in depth, and it's more content for you guys. So would you like to see a spoiler review? Let me know in the comments below. And let me know in the also let me know in the comments below, have you seen Prodigy? Please go see this movie. Please go support this film, because I don't know how much popularity it's gonna get, especially in the horror community. I don't know. I hope it gets, and I hope it sells a lot. And I don't want a sequel to this. They can easily make a sequel to this. It's an original film. Let's do a one-off. You know what I mean? So Please give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe. And let me know in the comments below, would you like to see a spoiler review? We'll love to make one. Catch everyone in the next video. Let me know if you've seen Prodigy in the comments below.